give us just a quick rundown of who you are, a little summary, and your company, and the Bootstrapper of the Year award I see.
Yeah, I lately won that amazing award by TechPon in Romania, and I'm just a simple bootstrap SaaS founder coming from the Netherlands, and I'm one of the co-founders from Expandy, Israel's leading LinkedIn software for automation, and we are currently at 9 million, somehow around that. So I know a thing or two about LinkedIn tactics, especially lead gen, hacks, and all these things. So that's what I mainly share in public, and that's where we are today.
Well, thanks for welcome, and for coming in. So when you talk about LinkedIn, what are some of the things that you've seen, halfway through 2024? Obviously, AI is all the rage. People making a lot of AI and AI posts. What do you think relates to that, right? So what do you think people resonate on that, or how do we know that it's a real post versus not a real post?
Yeah, I think Adam just already shared a couple of great things before me, right?
Yeah.
If you go a bit back, I think as a platform is growing super fast with almost over 1 billion active users who leverage LinkedIn. And it was mainly, if you go back 2-3 years ago, it was mainly used for lead gen purposes, and everybody who leveraged LinkedIn 2 years ago was only focused on making as much as possible connections. And LinkedIn is actually fighting two things. The biggest main problem is fighting spam with a lot of users who want to approach each other. And they have difficulties with educating their users on the platform on how to leverage it best way. So I think there's somehow a change and a pivot towards content. So the role of content will become more important than ever before. I also see that for the ones who still want to leverage LinkedIn for lead gen, it's not working anymore with spray and pray approaches. They limited the amount of connections and actions we all can do on the platform. So we actually need to do a better job in searching for people, finding the right audiences. And one of the things is building brand, just like Adam said before. I think that's one of the ways to go. Because if you build an audience and people will start following you and engaging with your content, it's way more easy to build out inbound funnels and engage with all the people who like or who comment on your content or who visit your profile if it's attractive enough, and build inbound funnels from there on as a starting point to make a bit of a more warmer hook and smoother introduction. In terms of AI, I think there are a couple of tools out there which help a lot of us to generate content, or at least to come up with ideas. And I think it's not bad to because we all can commit somehow that we all understand we need to produce content on LinkedIn. We want to be part of the ecosystem. Still, maybe 3 or 4% of all LinkedIn users are producing content. So if you start doing it now, you're ahead of the game. But it's impractical as a busy founder or someone else in a sales-related or marketing-related job. It's very hard to commit each and every day to do exactly the same thing. So I think if we can use AI first and foremost for inspiration, that would be good.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. And I know you've had a long-standing relationship with Isaac. Sorry he couldn't be here. You get me as a substitute. And with your Expandy software, it's a great tool that many companies have been using. And when you've been in this industry as long as you have, and you've seen it, like you mentioned, the changes of what you can do and can't do. How do you see, I guess you answered it a little bit, but can you expand on where you see LinkedIn as a tool? Is it going to continue to grow at the pace it has? Like you mentioned, 1 billion users. Do you think that is, and then I know Adam mentioned it too, but how do you really resonate? Like, yeah, you only got 2 or 3% content management, but there's a lot of content. So, where do you see that curve going? Up or flatlined, or what's your thought there?
I think it's by far the best B2B platform. It's the most enriched. You can find the most actual data. So I think no matter how people want to use LinkedIn, it's somehow the place to be. Some people come for finding people because they need to find new colleagues and they want to scrape data from the platform. Other people
Right.
want to approach audiences because they have an open job role or they want to attract new colleagues. So let's say for recruitment purposes. Other companies are only leveraging LinkedIn for advertisements, as that's by far still their biggest revenue stream. Other people just want to approach people to not spam but just engage with people to make new contacts and to do business. And other people hosting events more and more like these ones, and they leverage their first degree audiences to create awareness and to invite people for their event. So I think there are so many different purposes on how to use the platform that there are still a lot of opportunities. It's only, in my believing, the case that the ones who want to take the shortcut and only want to blast out and reach a lot of people in a very short amount of time with reverse targeting and it will slowly separate the men from the boys, right? Because people who do not get results, who do not are that patient, who do not do proper searches, who not spending enough time to build out a quality approach, they will most likely go to other channels where they still can leverage spray and pray approaches. So
Yeah.
in terms of that, it's definitely a good thing. But I believe that the platform keeps growing, but that it's maybe not for everyone. If you not adopt towards their new standards and the way LinkedIn want all of us to use the platform.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think it's a growing marketplace, and I think we all are, try to understand it at different levels. Interesting. I'm sure we all have stories of success that we can go through. Can you mention any of your kind of journey along the way that you think would help a founder or a person that could use some tactical advice or just inspiration from a story that you might have?
Yeah, and I think that's a good thing to start with, because everybody, I guess, understands LinkedIn is the B2B platform to be. We need to be there, but there are so many opportunities. So where do we need to start, right? And let's say if for founders, for business owners who, just like Adam told, we want to build out a brand and authority, I think it's a good way to start with content, to optimize your profile, so that the people who engage with your content, that you also attract them towards your profile. And then from there on, you can build out very easy inbound flows. That could be an interesting way to engage with people. So producing content, optimizing your profile, subscribe, or at least buy the paid Sales Navigator subscription, so that you exactly can see which people visited your profile. And from there on, it's quite easy to engage with the ones who match your personas or your ICP. And another easy thing to do is that every industry has some industry experts, has some rock stars, and they most likely also want to go in the content game, and they start producing content. And if you find one of these people in your industry or in your niche who have a lot of reach and a lot of people who engage with their content, it's quite easy to go to their posts, to scrape their posts, and to import all the people who, for example, liked or commented on that specific post. From there on, you actually know that they are interested in that topic or on that specific influencer, and it will help you to make an easy hook. Let's say I'm also a fan of Adam's post about topic XYZ or fast growing companies. I wrote a guide about a similar tactic. I would love to have feedback from you. So I think that's still quite an easy way, which is not that time. It will not cost that much time. Just go to the basic search bar on LinkedIn, find one of the influencers you want to engage with, select some of their posts, import the people, and start approaching them or following their profiles. And if they visit your profile back, make a smooth introduction. These kind of things. And from another practical standpoint was that I mentioned in the beginning of our conversation that originally, actually, everybody was focused on making as much as possible connections and use them mainly for lead gen purposes. But after the moment they not reply, they just stuck into your first degree connections. And most of the people do never touch base on them anymore. So I think because I studied a lot of things on LinkedIn and which directions they go. And aside content, I think hosting your own LinkedIn event, like you guys are doing right now, or a webinar or a live session, could be a great opportunity as you can create it within 5 minutes on LinkedIn. But the main challenge for a lot of people is, okay, if I decide to host an event or a live session or a webinar, how do I get a lot of people towards that event? And you can leverage your first degree connections to invite them towards your event because they already heard about you. They see most likely your content. They see you engage with other people's content. So they should see you as sort of an industry expert, and that will make it way more easier to engage with them and invite them for one of the events you're planning to host. So that could be an alternative to do, which is still working quite well. Another
Yeah, for
thing
sure.
to
They don't have to be 8-hour long or 11-hour long events either.
no, it can be 20 minutes, 30 minutes as well. So that's how I, for example, use LinkedIn as well, or leverage my first degree connections. What you also can do is going to your basic search bar, you can fill in any specific keyword related to your business topic and select after that the tab events. And then it will show all the upcoming events related to that specific keyword. And if you click on the attend button, you will get access to the whole attendees list. And you can leverage a tool like Expandy, for example, to import all these people, so the other attendees. You can start engaging with them, for example, following their profiles or visiting their profiles, warm it up slowly. You can export the email addresses to maybe do a retargeting on it or use it as a custom audiences in another tool. So I think there are a lot of opportunities which you within a couple of clicks can leverage. So I think the best one is still engaging with other people's content and find an industry expert, scrape their posts and engage with these people any way you want.
Yeah.
Host your own event as a second one, and invite your first degree connections because these people already know you, they trust you, they have heard and seen you before. And the other one is leveraging other people's events and their audiences if it's a similar business topic. So I think
Yeah.
these are the most easiest to do
Those are
without
three
too many
gold nuggets.
hurdles. Let's say it like
Those
that.
are 3 gold nuggets right there. So
Yeah.
we definitely appreciate that. Looks like we're running out of time, but I do appreciate you joining and offering. Sorry, my cup went. Offering your insight. We do have offers that we give. We'll follow back up with people and they'll be able to find special offers. So if you want to offer anything to our audience or the listeners on Expandy, you can offer that back up to Isaac. Isaac's going to follow up with people. So.
Yeah.
Stefan, we appreciate you joining, and as always, a long-term partner. And so very happy to have you as a part of
Yeah.
ManyMangoes team for so long. So thanks again for all the years of support you've given us.
Likewise, it's a blast working with you guys, that you're bringing up this great event with such amazing speakers. Keep crushing it, and I wish you good luck with the next couple of hours.